Alright, got a question about how to set some constraints here on this part. Looks like we got a little guy here and two other I-beams. Initially looking at this thing, a couple of notes right here. These are not the same length. So if you actually come to the drawing, you look at right here, right there, they're the same. Just kind of a detail that might be overlooked. So here's our little flange guy. It doesn't really show the distance. Oh, there it is, I guess 200 for the red thing here. But if we check it out here, so we're at 200 on the Y. So come back over. First thing you'll notice that all this can move around. So I'm going to select this one, ground and root. So that way this one is locked in and this one's fully constrained to it. So you'll get a little pin here, and then you'll get your flush constraints from this part to here. Now, again, that's something you're going to have to design, but let's look at this guy. All right, so this is more for like a motion constraint. It's not really what you want, so delete that off. So we got our part, and we can freely move it around. Let's do constrain, and our first selection would be, so we can either rotate the part around. If you hold down Shift and the center rolling button, that works pretty well. To there. Apply. So now that face is done. What they were mentioned earlier is make sure that your constraints are from the middle. So if we were doing like a midpoint constraint to there, this part. So if we look at this real quick, and you extrude this, it's going one way. You can do it both ways, and that way the midpoint will be in the middle of the part. Because if you wanted to constrain to a face, you already know where that is as far as the planes go. Just kind of a personal preference, but you do have the midpoint here, which is good. That face is fine. I mean, other than having it through the center point of the hole or something, but that's all right. So let's come back over to here. We're going to constrain the midpoint of there to our origin up here. So now we have two constraints, to the face and to the midpoint. So now it runs up and down. Constrain again from this face to here, flush. Now if we do 200, there you go. Now that's fully locked in. We're 200 away, and you get your part.